It's your boy Easy.
Alright, in case you don't know, this is your boy Mr. Easy, M-R-E-A-Z-I, aka your mother's favorite son-in-law. Zagadat. Mr. Easy is that Kubolo, that world traveler, just jumping from one place to another, making good, calm, easy music. That's Mr. Easy. No nationality, I'm not from anywhere, you know. I feel like I've always been singing. Everybody has always been singing. I'm sure even you sing in your bathroom. So I believe everybody can sing, you know, but to transcend from just singing to actually crossing over, like making songs a lot of people can appreciate. First hit me, say, in 2012, 2013, sorry, when I made some song called PP Dance. And then that song was like getting big in the UK amongst like the uni students. So I feel like 2012, that was like the first, 2013 was the first time it kind of hit me that maybe there can be a career.
Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up.
Growing up was a vibe, you know. I was born in Port Harcourt, and then I was born in Air Force Base. We stayed there for a while. And from Port Harcourt, we moved down to Lagos for a bit. Then the family moved to Songwater, Ogun State. That's where I started. I did primary school in the best junior school in the world, the Bells Junior School, and then home science, secondary school. In between then, I was traveling a lot, Port Harcourt, spent some time in Warri before moving to Ghana. So my family is very large, but at the same time very small. So we're very extended yet very nuclear. I grew up very nuclear, and we always lived alone. No neighbors. Most of the time it was just us in the house, my big sister, younger brother, and later my baby sister came through. Yeah.
Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up.
Yes, and I think I like it. You know, I like it because like I said earlier, like I feel like we have to separate Tosin from Mr. Easy. Mr. Easy is for, in the words of Buhari, he's for everybody and it's for nobody. So it's always a vibe when, and I understand it because of the kind of music I make, and I embrace it. You know, it's fun.
It's your boy Easy.
True. I'm not going to lie to you. Majority of what I am right now, whether Tosin or Mr. Easy, was influenced by Ghana. You know, I almost everything I did, like my growing up years, was in Ghana. So the first time I was ever broke was in Ghana. And you know what happens when you're broke? You know that life is real. You know, so a lot of things happened in Ghana, and Ghana really influenced me, and I thank God, you know.
So send me Benhua, make the call. I'll be right over, we go vibe proper. Grabbing glass, she be wine popper. Drop it low, show me what you want to do. Cause we be dropping dough, baby girl, it's on you.
So you see, Banku music is free, it's free music, free world music. The only thing that really defines Banku music is, number one, the lyrics are very nursery rhymish. So if you listen to my songs, whether I'm jumping on a fast song or a slow song, you can easily learn the lyrics. Like, it's basic. Even though I'm sending messages, the lyrics, the delivery is very basic. Also, no matter, I still try to keep it calm even when I'm up tempo. So you could see the laid back delivery, easy lyrics, and you could see high life influences on my delivery, on my lyrics. I feel that defines Banku music.
Like a model girl, like a cover girl. The way you dancing on me, ooh, I love it, girl, I love it, girl. Good girl saying that she want a bad boy. Good girl saying that she want a bad boy. And all her friends mad, she be on me bad boy. They order me cause she make cat cry.
Banku music was influenced by my personality and my environment, Ghana. You know, the first time I recorded a record was in Ghana, and I remember I'd literally just eaten Banku. And if you eat good Banku, you'll be sleepy. And so I think that was the first time I even said Zagadat. So I just got into this Zagadat is your boys, you know, so definitely. I feel like, first off, I have to give it glory to God, because it wasn't really a plan. We never really sat down to plan this. But what I say is, because right from time I was very social media based. So, and in the early days of social media, before we locally started getting on it, these guys, Nigerians, Africans in the UK were already on it, because once it dropped, they were already on it. And so the few people who got on social media started getting, you know, followership. And I feel that was it. And for the UK, I feel like what helped us in the UK was when we dropped that record, PP Dance. My producer then had UK dancers. You see, dance is huge. African dance is huge in the UK. So he had these UK dancers, 3 of them, shout out to them, and they did a dance video for the record. And that dance video was very big in the UK. So that's kind of started building up my fan base in the UK. And it started making people in the UK think I was with them, like I'm a UK artist. And I feel like that's what helped us in the UK. Ghana was obviously because I was in Ghana. And I feel Nigeria, you know Nigeria now. By the time Nigeria saw that, oh, these guys doing stuff outside, they first appreciated the music, and then went down to dig and say, these guys are on this is Nigeria, you know, and it's a blessing.
Cute smile and a big yash, I'm sure she's an Afghan. I said no time to the check time as a sharp guy, so I ginger the swagger. I said, baby girl, let me go straight to the point. See me, I feel die for your matter.
Right now, what we're doing is we have an independent management. An independent management broken into like 3 arms. So in Ghana, we have Master Music. Shout out to Master Music. In the rest of the world, we have Banku Music, and we have an affiliation with Starboy Worldwide as well. Thus far we've been doing the first 2 legs have been very, very active as Banku Music and Master Music. We would maybe later in the year we'll be putting out a project with Starboy Worldwide, but we already have started working with Starboy Worldwide, pushing the music, blah blah blah. So it's a very dynamic setup. It's like I'm independent, yet I have, so it's very sweet. I think this is the best. Any artist in this position is the best, because you have the freedom to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do. On the revenue side, which is very important, you have the chunk share of the revenue. You know, it's a beautiful setup, man. The perception of people is the normal Naija label perception of people, which is, hey, my name is Wizkid, I have a label called Starboy Worldwide. I'm going to sign you. Okay, I've signed you, I've put you in this house, I've given you this car, and now you're sitting down there and pushing your music. And that's the traditional, but big up Wizkid. When I start with Wizkid, I start with Wizkid, Mogies, R2Bs. One thing people should realize is that how come Moogie's, who already had Moogie's. Moogie's, they're Ghanaian legends. They're like African legends in music. Afia is like a legend. She's for like 10 years. She's been the #1 female artist out of Ghana. So you think to yourself, how is it that these guys will sign a traditional record deal situation? But there's not, this is a new world. When we all sat with Wizkid, I remember Wizkid's word. He's like, yo bro, when he was talking to me, he's like, yo bro, I'm not trying to take your money. I'm sorted. R2B's is not trying to take your money. API is not trying to take your money. They're sorted. What we're trying to say is, what is your goal musically? I said, I want to push my music to the world. That's the goal of everybody. So why don't we come together on one united platform and push the music? It's just like a company right now. A company has Beat FM, has, I think, Niger FM, has Classic FM. So you have 3 radio stations in one. At the end of the day, at the roots, it's one company that runs each, but every single radio station operates independently. So that's how Starboy Worldwide is working. There's Starboy Worldwide, there's Wizkid operating independently, there's R2B's, there's Afia, there's myself. But at the end of the day, it's one umbrella. We're moving on one umbrella, and it makes things easier because now I can sit down and drop a record, and then everybody that follows R2B's is listening to the record. Because of that, everybody that follows Wizkid is listening to the record. Now it's easier to push music. If R2B's drops a record, I'm pushing it. Wizkid is pushing it. AFI is pushing it. So it's not, I won't call it a label situation. It's an umbrella situation. I rep Starboy Worldwide 110%. Do you understand? And I feel that's the future of labels in Africa. Maybe because Wizkid is first an artist and he's gone through labels, he wasn't about to get people to go through the same thing he went through. Yeah.
And I go do your body like skin tight. Where I go be by your side. 10 times when I do get to sneak out. You be there by my side. Make I do your body like.
Okay, so you see, 2 things. It's like a yes and no question. Now, before any affiliation with Wizkid, Starboy Worldwide, I'd already done 1 full tour, 5 cities in the UK. I'd already sold out my concert in the UK. However, and I'd already started getting bookings in Nigeria. I was already getting like 1.5 million bookings before the announcement. And I was getting bookings in Ghana. I had finished a uni tour in Ghana. However, there's something about a chemical reaction. Now, a chemical reaction, if you place all the elements correctly, will still bring you the product. But now, if you bring a catalyst and you put a catalyst into the chemical reaction, what will happen? It will speed up everything. You will get to the destination, but you'll get there faster. So my involvement with Wizkid, with Starboy Worldwide, acted as a very solid catalyst to push me, not just in Nigeria, worldwide, because already it's like somebody bubbling under, and then you had a light shone that, okay, this guy's been bubbling under, look at him. You know, so it's that, I think that answers the question. Yes, the influence of Wizkid and Starboy has been major. It has acted as a catalyst. But before then, Mr. Easy was Mr. Easy. And Mr. Easy has not changed. It's still the same team, the same formula.
Zagadat. Same time body 10. It's your boy.
It's E. Kelly.
My baby, they confuse me, yo, with that bomb. But she get the guy where they send her money from London. She they see me like a job.
The thing is, how it works is this. I feel like this is the first time I'm explaining it. So now, business comes to Moogie's, to R2B's, is R2B's. Business comes to Mr. Eazy's, Mr. Eazy. Business comes to Afia, is Afia. Business comes to Wizkid, is Wizkid. Business comes to Starboy Worldwide. Now, who in Starboy Worldwide is handling the business? Is it Mr. Easy? Yes, it's Mr. Easy. Of course, it's a business. So Starboy Worldwide has there's a formula, there's a sharing formula. So there's Starboy Worldwide, and then there's still you. There's Starboy Worldwide, and there's still R2Bs. And I feel what has helped us still work till now, or even though it's not long, is that there's respect for everybody's calendar and everybody's business, and everything is handled with respect. So I feel, you know, is dope.
My baby give me leg over, hangover. Baby she dey give me hangover, hey, leg over. Oh no, make give me leg over.
My relationship with everybody in Starboy is like a family relationship. I've known R2B since 2009. I used to be a show promoter, so I used to book R2Bs every time for my shows. So it's from, oh, you're the one booking me for a show, to you're my friend, to you're an artist, you're my family. So even before meeting Wizkid, every time I was in Accra, I would go to R2B's house to just chill, play game, watch, not even music, chill, play game, watch premiership. So it's a family relationship with them. And the same thing with Afia. They introduced me to Afia as well. So the family relationship extend, which they introduced me to Wizkid. So it's like a family relationship, and there's music going between every one of us. I have records with Wizkid, I have records with R2B, I have records with Afia, and everybody has records with each other. So it's sweet.
The tap music.
It's your boy Easy. Spino, give me the beat. DJ Spino. DJ Spino again. Ladies. Oh, you might forget Ethiopia.
The first challenge for every artist is first, and for everybody doing anything, is first convincing yourself that you can do it. And when you convince yourself that you can do it, actually taking the step to go and do it. And it's the same thing that happens with us for the music. I had to, after going for the first time in the UK, doing 5 cities, I had to tell myself that, you know what, you can actually do your own show. Majorly because I got fed up with early, you know, like I said, I was a promoter. So I've seen it all from the promoter standpoint. And then I said to myself, why would you bring, and it was something we always said, that if we ever got involved with the music, we'll do things differently. Why would you bring an artist? You bring 10 Nigerian artists, and you put all the 10 Nigerian artists on the same stage, with the same lights, with the same sound, with the same everything, and you have them perform to a crowd. Everybody will not get the same vibe. And at the end of the day, that's what makes people compare these artists to this artist. Like, in my opinion, you should never compare Wizkid with Davido, or compare Burna with Techno, or compare Mr. Easy to, because at the end of the day, you cannot compare Jay-Z to Taylor Swift, because everybody's doing a different kind of music. And even within the Afro sound, if you listen closely, the sound identity of almost every Nigerian artist is different. There's a different identity. So we said, you know what, we'll do our concerts by ourselves, and we started engaging with fans, and by God's grace, we started to do it. Most of all, major challenges we faced, funny enough, was the Lagos concert, because first, getting venues was very hard for us to get venues. People were turning us down. A lot of people felt that we wouldn't sell out the show, so we would flop their venues. The culture of Lagosians as well, and industry people, I think a lot of people are used to buying shows from artists, so a lot of people were not happy when we weren't willing to sell our shows as well. But aside from that, I'd really give like the media, if there's 2 people two groups of people that supported my concert and made it happen in a short time. It's the fans and the media. For some reason, the media was just like, we received so much support. In fact, when I look back and I search, I'm like, yo, maybe we should have announced concerts in January when nobody knew us and would have gotten all this free publicity hype. The coverage was crazy. So the challenges was more on getting the venues and getting people to like buy into our vision. And at the end of the day, we just said to ourselves, we're the ones that have the vision, so we shouldn't be looking for support. If we believe this is what we want to do, let's go ahead and put our money where our mouth is. So we did that show without any monetary sponsorship. We just say, you know, we believe we can do it. Okay, let's do it.
Mr. Easy! It's your boy Easy. UG official. Music so sensual. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and dab.
This is where the whole idea came from. One day we were in a plane traveling to I don't know where, and we put on those entertainment, and we saw Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran sold out a full stadium, almost 100,000 capacity, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ed Sheeran was just with his guitar and his stool, and he sold out. That's 300,000. That's 100,000 every day, 3 times. And what was most interesting for me was that this guy didn't even need to sing. He didn't need to sing full songs for people to enjoy themselves. It was a collaboration between himself and his fans. And I saw that with Ed Sheeran, and then I saw that with Adele. And I said to myself, you know what, this is the pattern I want us to go. We want to be able to have concerts where it's just me and my fans just vibing. If you want to see all the razzmatazz and the jumping and the shouting and the carnivalish setting, then when they book us for other shows, you will see all of that. But there should be an experience that distincts Mr. Easy from every artist, and that's why we started doing our concerts. So for me, I always said that we always joked that even if we had 50 people turn up at the concert, as long as those 50 people came and got an experience, we'll be fine. And we didn't have anybody we weren't owing anybody. We didn't collect money from anybody, nobody at all. So we didn't have anything to prove. So there was never a time we kind of like felt, maybe we shouldn't do this. We always wanted to do this, and at the end of the day, it was good. I think we underestimated ourselves by getting that venue.
Time changes. Why?
Things say the world they revolve around your bumper. Things say the world they revolve around your big ass. Things say the world they revolve around your fine face.
Truth be told, I never thought I would do music because I was doing shows and paying artists. And at the time I started paying artists, I wasn't paying artists like too big money. So I really did not respect the whole scene and the whole system. I wanted to be a businessman. Like, I wanted to own my own. I'm a serial entrepreneur right from time. So music was never part of it. But at the end of the day, the music came true, and the music is a business. And we thank God right now that there are a lot of things in place for African artists to generate revenue, from merch to digital downloads to live shows to endorsements. So it's actually a valuable business right now, and wow, we thank God we're in it. If I wasn't doing music, I would be running my company. I had just when I moved back to Nigeria, I started a company called PhoneTrader.ng. It still operates now. That's what I would have been doing full time. I'm sure if I was doing that 100%, it will be way bigger than it is right now. But we thank God. Maybe this year we can have more time to focus and kind of merge the two and push it. Sometime after school, while I was doing my MSc, I started doing gold trading, small scale gold trading in Ghana. And this hat, coincidentally, is what we wear to protect ourselves from the sun. And also, I now fell in love with the hat because it kind of represented my life, which is like the traveler life. And if you look at the people across Africa who wear these hats, the nomads, they travel with their cattle, with livestock. You know, the major people that use it. And for the music, I felt it represented the kind of music I was doing. My music till now doesn't have any capital. It's just in small pockets across the world. Like, so I feel like this represents my lifestyle, which is the nomadic lifestyle. It also represents my traveling, the way my music travels around, and it's also a nice cap. You see, a very nice accessory. You know, so that's why we use it. That's why we're rocking it.
Against the wall, nobody there. You be the only one. Make you no fear. Anytime where I see.
Let me start from home. Within Africa, of course, R2B's, AFIA, Wizkid, Labaja, Dr. Alban. Outside Africa, Drake, Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd, and I think the number one person I really look up to musically is Jay-Z, because I love the way he's used the music to get the numbers, get the influence, he's used it for multiple business streams. And now Jay-Z can come and talk to you about politics. He could come and talk to you about life. He could come and talk to you about music. He could still be the one jumping on stage. I feel like if I were to pick the kind of model I want to follow, the kind of artist I want to be in the next 10 years, it will be like a Jay-Z, where I will not be on tour every day. I will not be too, there will not be so much activity, but I'll be in that influential position. The best moment, I feel like it will have to be London, 22nd July 2016. So London, 22nd July 2016. I just headlined Ghana Party in the Park, which had like 10,000 attendants. I did that 5 days before my own headline concert. So a lot of people told me, you will not sell out, because, I mean, how many Africans are in London? 10,000 of them have already come to see you at the carnival. Why would they, and they pay £10, why would they come and pay 25, 30 pounds to come and see you again in the space of 5 days? And so I told my team I didn't want to know anything about ticket sales. They shouldn't tell me, because I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. They shouldn't tell me about ticket sales. Even the venue was telling us, should we cancel this show? And they didn't tell me anything about the crowd until I stepped on stage. So when I stepped on stage and I just looked out, I was shocked. Like, the whole place was full. From then on, I just said, you know what, this is what we're doing.
It's your boy Easy, UG official. Music so sensual. I made all Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Shocky, me say Al Qaeda, baby dancing for me and up. Nobody give me wine like it.
I feel like that would be okay. There's this funny event that happened, but it's not kind of worse, but is the only on short time there was this show, Afrobeat Festival in Accra, and at this time I only had one song, Banku. And then the show was full of hip-hop artists and dancehall artists. So imagine all that energy, back, and then I said, all the way from blah, 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 we want to bring to you Mr. Easy. So a crowd that's come to jump and shout. Me, I just came through with my slow music. So everybody was looking at me like, who is this guy killing our vibe? So I saw the guys in front, and you know, in Ghana, once they start clapping, they're about to clap you. The next thing you hear is away. So I saw some 3-4 boys in front. They put their hands up and they had already started clapping. And once those guys start, the away vibes would go. Before you know it, the entire crowd of like 8,000 people is clapping away for you. So immediately I dipped my hand into my pocket. I had some 1 Ghana cedi notes, like 500 Ghana cedi. That's like 50K. 100 naira and 50K. So I just started spraying it into the audience. Instead of performing, they were just shouting, hey, and they were picking the money. So that lasted me till the end of my 3-minute song, and I said, oh, thank you very much, and I left. So that's like the most unsure times, and that was also one of the things that added up to make us say, you know what, we will only majorly be doing Mr. Easy shows. First off, I'm not a superstar. Like, I'm an emerging artist, and my female fans, it's all love. The only thing I do is I try to run away, try not to get personal, you know, because music gets to people differently, and ladies are emotional, and adding the music again, there's like a heightened level of emotions to myself. So we try to run away while runners to avoid wahala. But on social media, I show a lot of love to my female fans. I reply tweets, I reply messages, but that's where it starts and that's where it ends. Which is like our #1 rule. Never take it beyond that. So after our shows is straight. We don't even try to test it, because you can't test yourself. Like, it's straight to the hotel room. My manager keeps things sane. My manager always holds my hotel room key. So when I'm in my hotel, I don't hold the key. So it's straight into the room, and that's it.
Another guilty beat.
It's your boy. You gotta check me face. When I look into your eyes, I see.
Oh, just recently I saw people were tagging me in this video, and then I went to see the video, and it was a girl who had tattooed Mr. Easy on her thighs, and then she put the tag. She's like, my parents won't let me do a tattoo, so I've done it domestically. So she actually went and cut herself and wrote Mr. Easy on her laps, and I was like, oh my God, this is serious. What will make? I was trying to put myself in that position. What will make me actually get like a knife and then write someone's name? And I feel like that's just a wake up, telling me how serious my music is and how careful I must be, you know, because that's how it just makes me realize that it's not just jumping and singing and a funfair. It's now getting into people's lives and meaning something different for them. So we just have to be very careful with the kind of music we put out, seeing that we're getting into people's lives, you know. So I think that's like the craziest.
I know, see, so many guys don't play you. I know, see, so many guys don't do you. I know, see, so many guys don't break you.
First off, I don't like awards. I feel like I don't like awards personally, you know, and so anytime I'm nominated for an award, even though I'm thankful, I don't like to pay attention to the award. So when my management told me I was nominated and I saw on social media, I was just thankful. Oh, thank God, oh, they recognized us. I didn't really pay any thought to the awards, and I felt like everybody, whether it was the Headies or Sound City MVP, everybody in these categories had very good years. Like, I believe everybody in these categories are bigger than myself, to be honest. And I just thank God for granting us favor and getting it. And I could see the reaction at the Sound City MVP Awards, at the Headies when I took the awards. I could see everybody excited and happy, which goes to show that it wasn't just organizers just basically saying, oh, we're giving you the award. It was it was the will of the people. And, you know, we thank God for favor. That's where it starts and that's where it ends. You know, big respect to everybody there. They're my older colleagues, you know.
Back then we no ghetto, nobody believe us. Them I say we are come from the ghetto, so nobody give us chance. Oh. Now we ghetto, right now they believe in us.
Yeah, so by God's grace, we decided that 2017 is for Africa. So the focus is on Africa first. So you're gonna be seeing, and already we just Banku, amazing artist in Tanzania. He just featured me on the first record of the year, Phone, which is out. I just came back from Tanzania. We shot the video. We'll be doing a lot more collaborations with African artists from all across Africa, from Francophone to everywhere. I'll be dropping my mixtape next month, February 11th. It's called Life is Easy, Accra to Lagos. 11 tracks. It's nothing serious. It's just like a playlist. If you had to travel by road from Accra to Lagos, it's just a playlist you should listen to. It has Accra vibes and Lagos vibes. And by God's grace, a month after we drop that, we will start a Life is Easy World Tour. So which should take us to 20 of my biggest markets. So 20 cities where we know via data that these cities love Mr. Easy. They already pay for Mr. Easy records, so we'll be doing that. There should be a unit to Ghana and Nigeria, 20 universities in Nigeria. That should be much later in the year. And in between all of this, you never know what will happen. God just, at the end, God knows what will happen. But that's basically where we basically have our dates up until September. We have we've self-booked ourselves up to September. It should be an exciting time. We hope we can have a better year than 2016.
Only God knows tomorrow. That's why I say, only God knows tomorrow. Only God knows tomorrow. Sorry that DJ Swag, it's your boy.
On the tape, I've worked with like 7 producers from Ghana and from Nigeria. For instance, from Nigeria, I worked with Mastercraft. I worked with Del B. From Ghana, I worked with Guilty Beats. He produced Sample You, and I worked with Kill Beats. Kill Beats produced almost all R2B's hit songs. So to balance it. Also, I have Mogi's collaboration on that side, and I have what do I have on tape? On Nigeria side, I have should I name drop? I have Fino. Yeah, let me just say that for the first time ever, I have Fino on Accra to Lagos.
Billa.
It's your boy Easy.
Let me on go.
Zagarat.
Let them know.
Chill. Me tell them, pay the taxi for look sharp.
Yeah, we have, and Whiskey, we have records, but not on the mixtape. Maybe they might drop this year, but for the mixtape, we're just keeping it because basically this mixtape was recorded a long time ago. Black, Dodo, Celebrity Drake. Right now as of today, Chidima, Labaja. Yeah, retired from music. Man, it's just like, just follow your mind. Don't let anybody decide what kind of music you should make. In fact, I'm always saying, if you could do this music without getting signed, never get signed. Just follow your mind, put out your music. Once you find out that people listen to your music, start relating with the people doing your music. Till today, till some seconds ago, I was still tweeting at my fans, you know, so just look at yourself as a brand. The same way MTN, Glo will pay people like OloriSupergal to handle their social media. You cannot afford OloriSupergal, so handle your social media by yourself. Reply the tweets, be your own, put out your own press. You can even go and write it. You are yourself, or you are the one tweeting it. Artist, fresh new artist, Mr. Easy, about to release mixtape. You know, do your own thing, and you know, God, as long as you're doing something, God just adds his own spice on it to blow the thing. So yeah, that's it.
They want to quench my fire. You see, they want to take my fire. No be them who they take me higher. Cause it be God who they take me higher.
In case you don't know, I'm saying this again, this is your boy Mr. Easy, aka your mother's favorite son-in-law, and you're now watching OloriSupergal TV, freshest, nicest. Boom! Who produced the first version of Banku Live? What's the name of the producer who produced the very first version of Banku Live? If you get it, you can win this guy. This is Mr. Easy hat. This is the Kubalo hat. This is where all the juju is. So, so yeah, that's it.